welcome to Battle of the Ports, and a game that was well received by the gaming press of the time. Well, maybe the Western gaming press that loved Euro platformers. This is Titus the Fox from Titus, which first hit the Amiga in 1991 as
La Gaffe, Les Aventures de Mokhtar, Volant, La Zoubida.
Yeah, there was no way I was going to try and pronounce that. In the original French release, you play as the French comedian La Gaffe. For the non-French audience, the game had La Gaffe changed to Titus the Fox in a very lazy sprite swap and released in 1992. In the international version, the story goes as follows. Titus's beloved Foxy has been kidnapped on the other side of the Sahara Desert, and to get her back, the player must advance through 14 levels. The goal is to avoid dogs, construction workers, giant bees and other creatures. The player can fight back by throwing objects back at them or picking up walking enemies from behind and throwing them as projectiles at other obstacles. So why was this game so well received? I have no idea. It's your typical Euro jank. Maybe by Euro platform game standards this was okay, but by Japanese console platform standards, it's awful. Some of the issues are as follows. 1. The controls are too fast and slippery. You have to keep edging yourself forward to avoid running into an enemy. Not to mention, you walk too close to the right of the screen rather than in the middle. 2. It's never clear what you can pick up or what you can actually stand on in terms of platforms. 3. Enemy placement is bad, as is the level design. 4. The gameplay window only takes up half the screen, yet it still suffers from slowdown. And these are just issues found from playing the very first level. I do like the music in some areas as well as some of the graphics, but overall this is just a very poor Euro platformer that if it was released onto a console at the time, it would score around 50% or lower, I'd imagine. Quite often the Atari ST version of an Amiga game can be better, but not in this case. Titus the Fox is far inferior on the ST. The game no longer scrolls smoothly, instead opting for a screen-by-screen system, which really is off-putting. It's also a lot slower, but still manages to feel fiddly to control. Graphically it looks like the Amiga version, but with less colour. The audio on the other hand is much worse. Definitely a downgrade for ST owners. Wow, with every version of this game, we seem to be stepping backwards. This is the MS-DOS version, based upon the Atari ST build, but now with even more punishment. In the Amiga and ST, you get a little invulnerability time after being hit that will allow you to pass through enemies. In the DOS version though, that has been removed, meaning you could be bounced between enemies with no chance of escape, resulting in death. The only good point about this port is that the game congratulates you that you're still playing so many years upon booting the game. Either that or it's mocking you for having no games. French love the Amstrad CPC, so it's no surprise to see Titus the Fox only appear on that system and not the ZX Spectrum or Commodore 64. I have to say, it's a very nice looking game for the Amstrad CPC. It really does make use of the machine's colour capabilities. Sadly, the game is based upon the DOS version, meaning it has no invincibility time after being hit, but on the bright side, the icons you pick up restore your energy. I didn't notice that happening on the other versions. Sadly, the game is a bit awkward to play. It's very slow and clunky. Picking up items doesn't seem to work all the time, and neither does throwing them. Also, the collision detection is a bit off. It's a shame because this really is a nice looking CPC title. The only console ports to be made was for the Game Boy and Game Boy Colour. Let's start off with the Game Boy version. The stages are quite arranged compared to the original, but still contain some resemblance to know what the game is coming from. It does play a lot slower than the other versions, which results in better controls. Even picking up objects makes more sense now as you push up while hitting the throw button rather than down like in the other versions. Sadly, the game is rather dull to play. Maybe one playthrough is doable, but even then you're going to be thinking of better games you could be playing. Next is the Game Boy Colour version, which for some reason starts with these extra levels that are, in all honesty, quite dull. The following levels all follow the original Game Boy version. Actually, the colorized versions of the regular stages look quite nice. Just like the original Game Boy version, players can no longer enter through doorways in levels, but we do have a new gimmick that causes walls and ladders to appear if the player walks on the invisible activation space. And finally, I thought I'd just show you this. According to the website Games That Weren't, this Titus the Fox game that no one seemingly knew existed was found within the Enigma Variations archives. They say this was a very quick Titus the Fox build, which you can move around a test map from Chaos Drop, another Enigma Variations cancelled game. In all honesty though, I think it's a long stretch to say this was going to be a Titus the Fox game. And let's take a look at all those versions of Titus the Fox running side by side.